Hello everyone, welcome to Math EduTalk. Today we start question 3rd of exercise 3.2. In last video already we study the question number 1st and 2nd of exercise 3.2 to find Cartesian coordinate and the polar coordinates. Then here we see the examples depending on sine rule, cosine rule and the projection rules. That is, to solve this example from question number 3rd onward, we have to use this result, that is sine rule result, that is different form of the sine rule. You have to remember these three forms as well as the cosine rule and the projection formulas. Okay, then we start our question number first. What we are given, the question number first is given in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, the A angle is given, B angle is given, and then it is required to find the ratio of its sides. Whenever the question is given to find the relation between angle and the side, always use sine rule. Okay, then here we have to find the ratio of its sides, and angle is given, that is, then here we have to find the ratio of its sides. Then what is the sine rule? That is, by using sine rule, that is, the sine rule is A upon sine A. There are different form of sine rule. Then we have to use the form of any one of this form according to the example given. That is, example का nature जो है उससे हमें decide करना है कौन सा rule apply करना है sine का. Okay, then here we have to use this sine rule. A upon sine A is equal to B upon sine B is equal to C upon sine C is equal to क्या होता है, सब constant we take. We have to find the ratio of its sides, that is, finally we have to find A as to B as to C ratio, and we have provided the angle. A angle is given and B angle is given, that is, A angle is given 45, B is given 60. Then here we have provided this angle ABC, A, B, C. We have to find A is given 45 degree and B is given 60. Then we have to find this value for C. Then we know that the addition of all these A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Okay, then from that we determine the value for C. Therefore A is 45, B is 60 plus C is equal to 180, and if we simplify this, then we get C is equal to 45 degree, 75 degree. Okay, consider first two ratios, that is A upon sine A is equal to B upon sine B. Then from that, if we write this as a cross multiplication, A into sine B is equal to B into sine A. Then we divide this by B, and then here we write this as A upon B is equal to, that means we divide this whole this equation by B, then we get A upon B here, and whole this equation by sine B, then we get here sine A upon sine B, or either we transfer this B multiplicative term to here, we get divided, and this sine B to here we get divided, then is equal to sine A upon sine B is there. Okay, then we consider this as our result 1. Then nextly, same thing we consider the second and third. And then B upon sine B is equal to C upon sine C. Same process we apply here, and always remember this capital A, capital B, capital C means our angle, and this small letter is sides. Okay, this small c. Okay, then this is small c, but this is capital C. That is, capital ABC are angle and small ABC are sides. Okay, from here also what we get, B into sine C is equal to capital is equal to small c in C. Here is capital C. B into sine C is equal to C into sine B. Then apply the same thing result here. We get B upon C is equal to sine B divided sine C. We call this as suppose equation 2nd. Therefore, from equation 1 and 2, what we get here? That is A upon B. The value for A upon B is sine A upon sine B. And from this second, that is B upon C is sine B divided by sine C. Okay, first one, this A upon B means what? A as to B. And what is this ratio? Sine A as to sine B. Okay, then same thing here, B as to C is equal to what? Sine B as to sine C. And if we observe here, that is this B term, and here B term is common. Okay, then A as to B ratio, this is B as to C ratio. Then A as to B ratio is sine A as to sine B. B as to C ratio is sine B as to sine C. Then this means we write this term as a combinedly A as to B as to C, because A as to B ratio and B as to C ratio. Okay, then A as to B as to C, which is equal to what we get? Sine A as to, that is here also sine B and sine B common term, then sine A as to sine B as to sine C. That means we have to determine the ratio of these sides. Then what we get here is equal to the ratio of sine of A as to sine of B as to sine of C. Then we know the angle ABC, then we substitute these values here, ABC, then the of A is 45 degree, B as 60 degree, and we are determining the C as 75 degree. Okay, then we substitute these values here, that means which is equal to sine of 45 as to sine of 60 degree here as to sine of 75. Okay, sine of 75 degree. Okay, then we know that sine of 45 is 1 upon root 2. Sine of 60 is root 3 by 2 is there. Then in order to find the sine of 75, we have to do some result. Then in order to find the sine of 75, that is sine 75 directly, the standard value is not available, then we have to simplify this by using sine A plus B result use करेंगे. Sine of 45 we write this as, that is 45 plus 30. Okay, use sine A plus B result use करेंगे. That is what is sine A plus B, sine A into cos B plus cos A into sine B. Okay, then substitute these values. Therefore sine 45 is 1 upon root 2, and cos 30 is, that is cos 30 is root 3 by 2, plus cos 45 is 1 upon root 2, and sine 30 is 1/2. Then we simplify this result. That means what we get here, numerator term, okay, we write here, that is here we get this root 3 divided 2 into root 2, plus next is 1 upon 2 into root 2. That is something denominator means numerator root 3 plus 1 divided to root 2. Then what to get, sine 75 degree, root 3 plus 1 divided to root 3. That means we get this as 1 upon root 2 as to root 3 divided by 2 as to root 3 plus 1 divided 2 into root 2, which is the ratio of side. Next question, in triangle ABC, prove that sine B minus C divided by 2 is equal to B minus C upon A into cos A by 2. Okay, we have to prove this result. Means either we take this right hand side and we show that is equal to left hand side. Then consider LHS, consider the right hand side. Okay, we start from this right hand side, that is B minus C upon A into cos A by 2. Okay, we consider this side. Then here BCA means the sides of a triangle, and this capital ABC means angle of a triangle. Okay, then we apply here sine rule. Therefore by applying sine rule, that is A upon sine A is equal to B upon sine B is equal to C upon sine C is equal to A is there. Okay, then from that what we get, A upon sine A, that is each ratio is equal to K constant. Okay, means A upon sine A is equal to K, B upon sine B is equal to K, C upon sine C is equal to K. So when we compare this, A upon sine A is equal to K, that means A upon sine A is equal to K. From that what we get, A is equal to K sine A. Same thing, what we get, B is equal to, that is B is equal to K sine B, and what we get, C is equal to K sine C. Then we put this value in, suppose equation 1, we call this as our equation 1. We put this ABC, small abc value in terms of the sine A, sine B, sine C in this equation 1. Then what we get, this equation 1 becomes, that means if we substitute these values, that is B is k sine b, c is k sine c divided a is, what is value of a? K sine a is equal to into what is sine a into cos a by 2. Okay, that is we have substituted here a, b, c values into cos a by 2. Then at the numerator k, we take from numerator k as outside. That means if we take k as outside, then k into sine b minus sine c divided k into sine a. Okay, then this k get cancelled into the term is cos a by 2. Then after that we apply the result of, we know that sine of a minus sine of b, sine a minus sine b. Okay, we apply this result, use, that is sine a minus sine b. In place of a b, here is, in place of a is b and in place of b is c. Okay, what we have sine a minus sine b, that is we have the result 2 times cos of a plus b divided by 2 into sine of a minus b divided by 2 into sine of a minus b divided by 2. We apply this result. When we apply this result, that means 2 times cos of b plus c divided by 2 into sine of b minus c divided by 2. Okay, and here divided is here, sine a as it is into cos a by 2 into cos a by 2. Okay, then here 2 times cos b plus c divided by 2 into sine b minus c divided by 2. We know that is the addition of triangle a plus b plus c is equal to क्या होता है 180 degree. Okay, we denote this as pi. Then from that a plus b plus c is equal to pi. Then what is b plus c? That means b plus c is equal to what we get? Pi minus a, and we substitute this value b plus c as pi minus a. Always remember, whenever there exists addition of two angle, then we always use this result. That is, if b plus c is there, then we simplify this, a plus b plus c is equal to pi, and then what we get? B plus c is equal to, or if here is a plus b, then again we use a plus b plus c, and what we get? A plus b is equal to, okay, any two angles addition, then we substitute this value in this way. Then here b plus c के जगह क्या सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे? पाई माइनस a. Then 2 times this cos of pi minus a divided by 2 is there into sine of b minus c divided by 2 divided by sine a into the cos a by 2. Okay, cos pi minus a by 2 is there. Okay, then we have to use the result, since cos, if we separately divide this pi this 2, the cos pi by 2 minus a by 2, then apply the result cos pi by 2 minus a by 2, then we get this as sine a by 2, sine of a by 2. Then applying the formulas, we get this as sine a by 2. We substitute in place of cos pi minus a by 2, that is cos pi by 2 minus a by 2 as sine a by 2. Okay, the numerator term becomes this as 2 times sine a by 2 into this sine b minus c divided by 2 into this cos a by 2. Okay, divided, here is sine a. Okay, then we combine this term, that means this 2 times sine a by 2 into cos a by 2 into this sine of b minus c divided by 2 divided sine a. Then we know that sin 2 theta क्या होता है? sin 2 theta 2 times sin theta into cos theta होता है. But if there is a half angle, that is sin 2 theta की जगह only theta है, तो you have to divide here by 2. मतलब sin theta की वैल्यू क्या होती है? sin theta is 2 times sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. Okay, तो ये क्या है? 2 times sin a by 2 into cos a by 2. Okay, that means sin theta की जगह क्या होगा? a. Therefore which is equal to क्या है? This 2 sin a by 2 into cos a by 2 is sin a. Therefore sin a into cos into sin of b minus c divided by 2 divided this as sin a. This sin a cancel. Then what is the remain? Sin of b minus c divided by 2. And what we have to prove? That means we have to prove that a is equal to sine of b minus c divided by 2. We get sine of b minus c divided by 2. That means we have considered this right hand side and we will show that is equal to left hand side. The next one example with usual notation, prove that we have to prove that this 2 into a into sine square c by 2 plus c into sine square a by 2 is equal to a minus b plus c. Then in order to show that this result, then first we consider our left hand side. The left hand side is 2 into a into sine square c by 2 plus c into sine square of a by 2. Okay, then in order to simplify this term, first we remove this square term, that is sine square and cos sine square c by 2 and sine square a by 2. Okay, we have to simplify, and after that we use the rule which is applicable, that is sine rule or and projection rule. Okay, then here first we have to eliminate this square term. Without to remove this square term, we know that one result. Always remember, if there exists a sine square term, cos square term, then use this formula sine square थीटा क्या होता है 1 माइनस cos 2 थीटा डिवाइडेड बाय 2 होता है. ठीक है, और इफ देयर एग्जिस्ट अ cos स्क्वायर टर्म तो वी हैव टू यूज दिस रिजल्ट. cos स्क्वायर थीटा क्या होता है 1 प्लस cos 2 थीटा डिवाइडेड बाय 2. ओके, साइन स्क्वायर और cos स्क्वायर को cos 2 थीटा के फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, देन हियर sin square c by 2 is there. Okay, that is half angle formula. तो sin square theta is this one. तो half angle formula क्या होता है sin square theta by 2 का 1 minus cos theta divided by 2 होता है. Okay, then sin square c by 2 and next term is sin square a by 2. Then we modify this, that is in place of sin square theta by 2 as 1 minus cos theta divided by 2. theta की जगह क्या होगा c, and for the next theta की जगह क्या होगा a. Then 1 minus cos theta divided by 2 for the first one. Second क्या c into 1 minus cos a divided by 2 is there. Okay, then we have simplify this. Then after that we multiply this a inside and c inside. Then 2 into this a minus a cos c whole divided 2 plus c minus c cos a whole divided 2 is there. Okay, then this 2 here also 2 from all this denominator take 2 as outside, then this 2 get cancelled. Remain is here numerator a minus a cos c plus c minus c cos a. Okay, this capital C capital A means angle and this a c means side. Okay, then this 2 get cancelled. Then what is remain only? That means a plus c we separate out. Here from this and this we take minus sign as outside. Remain is a cos c plus c cos a. Okay, then here we have to show that the simplification of this term is a minus b plus c. Okay, that means in place of this term we want b, then we get a minus b plus c. Okay, in place of this term we want b. Then which result we have to use? We know that the projection formula. Okay, here we have to apply the projection formula. तो projection formula का result क्या है? b is equal to c cos a plus a cos c is b, and here is also c cos a plus a cos c. Then in place of this what we substitute? b. Okay, therefore which is equal to, we write a proper form, a plus c minus c cos a plus a cos c का प्रोजेक्शन फार्मूला क्या है? दिस वैल्यू ऑफ दिस इज b. Then we substitute this as b, means a plus c minus b, then which is equal to a minus b plus c. And what we have to prove? That we have to prove this result, that is a minus b plus c, that is, this is our right hand side. Then in this way we get 2 into a sine square. In this way we get 2 into a sine square c by 2 plus c into sine square a by 2 is equal to a minus b plus c. That is our left hand side is equal to right hand side, and his result is In triangle ABC, we have to prove that a cube into sine b minus c plus b cube into sine c minus a plus c cube into sine a minus b, then simplification is equal to 0. Then for that we consider one by one term. Then consider our first term, that is a cube into sine of b minus c. देन अप्लाइंग द रिजल्ट साइन ए माइनस बी का जो रिजल्ट है वो अप्लाई करेंगे. तो ए क्यूब क्या होता है, साइन ए माइनस बी का एक्सपांशन. हियर इन प्लेस ऑफ ए इज बी एंड इन प्लेस ऑफ बी इज सी. देन जस्ट डायरेक्टली अप्लाई साइन बी इंटू दैट इज साइन ए इंटू कॉस बी, दैट इज कॉस सी, माइनस टाइम cos b into sin c. Okay. Then in order to use the sine rule, we have to use the different forms of sine rule. But here we want the value of sine b and here sine c. Then in order to find the value of sine b and sine c, we apply the sine rule of the form, that is sine a upon a is equal to sine b upon b is equal to sine c upon c is equal to some constant k. That is, here we have used this rule because that is we have to find the value of sine a, such that sine a upon a, this ratio is equal to k, and from that we get value for sine a. If we want to find the value for a, then we apply a upon sine a, okay, b upon sine b, c upon sine c. But here we want to find the value for sine b and sine c, that's why we use sine a upon a, sine b upon b, sine c upon c is equal to k. Then after that, comparing each term is equal to k, that is sine of a is equal to what we get, ak. Next value, if we compare this is equal to k, then sine of b is equal to get bk. The next term, sine c is equal to get c into k value. Then next is, that is we have to substitute this value here. Then we substitute sine b, sine c. But what about this cos c and cos b? For that we have to use the cosine rule. Okay. Then after that, in order to substitute the value of this cos c and cos b by using the cosine rule, that is first we have used sine rule and after that we have to use cosine rule in order to write the value for cos c and cos b. The cosine rule, for what we have to find the value, cos b, and for cos c, then we have to use these formulas, because cos b, then that is we know that the rotation of this a b c, you have to remember a b c and then a, that is if we want cos b, then what is the formula, for cos b, b square, that is we have the formula for cos b as b square is equal to c square plus a square into minus time twice ac or ca into cos b. Okay, that is how to remember cos b, that is b square is equal to c square plus a square into 2 times ca into cos b. If you want to find the, that is here cos b, that is b, then ca means c square a square, in this way. If cos b is there, then c square a square minus time twice ac into cos b. Okay, b square is equal to, if you have the c square, then c square is equal to, that is after that c ab means a square plus b square minus twice ab into cos c. Okay, in this way we have to remember. Here we modify this in order to find the cos b and cos c. Then what we get, cos b, for this cos b from first one result means cos b is equal to twice ca into cos b is equal to, if you transfer this term to the left hand and this b square to right hand, then c square plus a square minus b square, and from that we get cos b is equal to c square plus a square minus b square divided twice ca. This is the value for cos b. Then something we want cos c also. Then here also simplify this term, transfer this term here, that is twice ab into cos c is equal to this a square plus b square minus times c square. Then cos c is equal to what we get, cos c is equal to a square plus b square minus c square divided by twice ab. This is the value for cos C. Then we substitute this value in our suppose equation 1. We substitute sin B, cos C, cos B, sin C. All these values in this equation, and then we get simplified term for a cube into sin B minus C. Okay. Therefore, we substitute all these values in equation 1. Therefore, from equation 1, what we get from equation 1, our left hand side is a cube into sine of B minus C is equal to, the simplified term is, that is sine B minus C's expansion is sine B, then sine B into cos C. Then what is value of sine B? B into K into cos C. Cos C is, substitute here, a square plus b square minus c square divided by twice ab, okay, minus time cos B. What is cos B? That is c square plus a square minus b square divided by twice ca into, next is, that is cos B into sin C. Sin C is c into k value. Okay. Then so that is a cancel out the term which get cancelled here, b and this b get cancelled, here also c and this c get cancelled. Then next is this term is here a cube. Okay, that is left hand side is a cube into sine of b minus c is equal to, remain is here, yes, here again this a is also multiplicative to a cube, or after that we cancel out, here c and this c get cancelled, here remain is a, then here a cube, this twice a, here also twice is remaining, a cube divided twice a, we take this outside, the remain is here k, then take this k as also outside because k is common, here also, then twice a, take common term outside. Okay, then numerator term is remain a square plus b square minus c square, minus time, here c square plus a square minus b square is remain. Okay, then cancel out here a cube, out of this one a get cancelled, remaining term is here a square k divided 2 is there. Then take the addition, multiply this minus sign inside, अगर multiply करेंगे minus sign से तो ये क्या है a square plus b square plus c minus c square minus c square minus a square and plus b square. Then cancel out the term which get cancelled, this a square get cancelled, remain is plus b square means 2b square, then minus c square minus 2c square. Okay, the remain is 2b square minus 2c square. Okay, then this 2 take outside in order to cancel out the term, then we take this 2 as outside, then the remain is here a square k into 2 divided by 2 into b square minus c square. Then this 2 and this 2 get cancelled, then the remaining value is here a cube sine b minus c is equal to, what is remain, a square k into b square minus c square. So a cube into साइन b माइनस c का जो सिंप्लीफिकेशन है वो क्या मिला, a स्क्वायर इंटू k into b square minus c square. Then same thing we find the next values also. For the simplified term of a cube into sine b minus c is, that is if here is a cube then here is a square k and b square minus c square. Then we want the value for same thing for b cube sine b c minus c and c cube sine a minus b. Then we directly write the value from this first one, we directly write the value for the second term and third term also. Okay, that is when there is a cube then what we get the value. Then next is, therefore similarly this b cube into sine of c minus a is equal to what we get, and next is c cube into sine of a minus b is equal to, okay, that is observing the first result. What we get second value also, here is a cube, then here is a square k, then here b square k, then here is b minus c, then b square minus c square, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा c square minus a square. Then same thing also here c square k into a square minus b square. Okay, then we take addition of all this. Our left hand side term is the addition of all this. A, to get the right hand term, a square into k b square minus c square plus b square into k c square minus a square plus c square into k a square minus b square. That is the common term k. Take it outside. Then if you take k as outside, then remain is here a square, multiply this a square inside, a square b square minus a square c square. Here b square c square minus a square b square. Next a square c square minus c square b square. Okay, then k into this. Then cancel out the common term, minus time plus time, minus time plus time plus time minus. All terms get cancelled, that is remain is k into 0, that is 0. And what we have to prove that is this term is equal to 0, means our left hand side and right hand side are this is equal to 0, means left hand side is equal to right hand. Therefore this left hand side is equal to get right hand side, and hence prove. Okay, result is proof.